winners finals for Reason Cake and Flashpoint Noel.
Now, I think the way that Cake has been playing today with using that spear for damage and using the Qatar side signature and down signature to kill, I think he's really going to have some success against Noel. I think he's going to really try and push the range that Spear has over Sword. I think that's going to be a great option for him. He's not going to have to rely on necessarily getting in with Qatars to tear Noel apart with these huge strings or these huge reads. I think he potentially could have a lot of success, but Noel is actually coming in with the bow, bread and butter, side light, down light.
The entirety of that string. Almost gets a second one with that side light, down light, side air. Oh,
that's the Finland flag, I think, in the bottom left of your screen.
Okay.
We were talking about that earlier, and Cake actually has Noel in the bottom right of your screen. The neutral light's coming out. The ground pound, that is a popular Spear edge guard.
Oh, just over for that downer, and picks up a neutral signature onto Noel. That's going to be the first stock going the way of Cake on this Queen Nine. Goes for the neutral light, but hey, you got a little bit of damage with that weapon. That's going to be 7 damage on top of Noel. Interesting options from Cake. Goes for the side light into a falling neutral air with that spear.
Cake has been using neutral air so well today. That's still one of my favorite moves on Spear, just because I think it has so much utility, especially against weapons that have like a lower range. Maybe not necessarily against Sword, but definitely against something like unarmed or Qatars. He's going to end up falling in the process, but he's put out some reasonable damage onto Noel. But I love how Cake is really able to take advantage of all the utility that Spear has. Some Spear players think Spear is dead after Downlight got nerfed. Cake is really able to use the utility like a lot of Sword players are able to use the Sword utility.
Going for a hard read with that neutral sig. You're seeing Cake knows that Noel is getting close to that kill percentage, so he's throwing out a lot of signatures. He had a down sig that was stuffed and then neutral sig that was punished. Now he's back to the spear for other signatures. But they're not quite connecting. Might have to go for something a little bit more old school for Spear, like down airs, maybe a ground pound, maybe a recovery. Down sig connects.
He's been using those extremely well today. Like some Queen Nine players will just kind of throw it out over the edge as just, hey, I have this, respect
the
this.
edge guard sig. Nice punish from Noel. Goes for again that neutral light into the neutral sig. Very, that's kind of like day one Queen Nine play, is that neutral light into that neutral signature. Noel very familiar with it, able to get outside of it, gets that side air, and takes down Cake to his final stock.
The fact that he didn't disengage after that first side air, he was able to pick up the second one. That led to the kill. Cake's going to have to turn around and find this pretty quickly. You see Noel on the side. He's not really worried about that down signature, but he should have been worried about the side signature. Cake with the almost perfect timing. Sorry, side air. Yeah, you're right. Not a side signature. Perfect timing with that side air.
But force like a signature from this Queen Nine. This is one of those characters, like going way back, it was one of those characters that we would say just, you could just trade out. Every time you get a hit, every time you get hit, just swing right back out at hit stun, and you'll end up trading out because of your high force, high defense. But Cake not even playing that playstyle. Instead, he's just trying to get just enough pressure on top of Noel, just underneath him, to get these hits.
His string potential with Spear has been just second to none today. Absolutely absurd, especially when you have Qatars at your disposal. He's able to use the Spear like Qatars, put out pressure and control momentum so well.
He has such great move select out of whiffed moves. Like he whiffed that down light and immediately he's in position for these down airs. You've seen him whiff a side light and immediately he's in position for that neutral light, or whiff a sig and go in for something else. It's just Cake knows how to protect himself off whiff moves on this Queen Nine.
There are a lot of players that, to use a term that's been used recently, oh my gosh! Noel with just the quick,
just a simple down sig.
Koji down signature. Yeah. Okay. Dobrain won almost an entire tourney specifically exploiting that, so BMG nerfed it, but Noel's able to just pull it out in the last moment. I don't know who he's talking to right now. It might be his coach. He's talking to one of the tournament organizers right now. But as I was saying, I actually forgot what I was saying because Noel just shocked me with that down signature.
Solid play from Noel to take game one in winners finals. This is a best of 5.
3,
so there's still
2, 1, brawl.
Oh, okay. This is just another button check.
So that's what he was telling
for everybody keeping score at home. Okay, so last game is going to count. The score is 1-0 in favor of Flashpoint Noel against Reason Cake.
Reason Cake.
Reason Cake.
You know what kind of cake I want to eat today? I like to eat a vanilla cake.
I'm glad you said that.
Halfway through my sentence, I was like,
Oh,
I probably
Lord.
I shouldn't end this the way it sounds like I'm going to.
You're about to be taken off this stream forever.
I don't know how old he is.
VG Bootcamp was not going to have us back, even after they were so nice to have us on this time. Oh, Lord.
Koji.
We are going to be getting into it. It is, again, a best of 5. 2 more opportunities for
Queen
Reason
Nai.
Cake. He's going to be sticking with this Queen Nai against Noel. But again, he's got 2 more opportunities. Otherwise, he is going down to fight Ithro. Reason Cake, the last hope for EU.
This is the winners finals. The winner of this, you just talked about the loser. Well, the winner of this will be moving on to grand finals,
Guaranteed.
waiting for the losers finals to wrap up. So the winner of this will be guaranteed top 2 at Combo Breaker 2017. Hashtag Savior 2017 as this game is starting. You've seen Cake actually starting with these guitars this time. He doesn't really have any other options, but you're seeing him go toe-to-toe in terms of damage.
Not immediately throwing it away the way we saw Wrench throw away his bow. He's going to be playing out these guitars as best he can, but you see the weapon spawn not going straight for it. Instead, he wants to play this guitar play off as Noel's off stage, but there's a very traditional Noel play style thing. He's going to get the first hit of the side stick and wait just enough to get that extra little bit of force on his side stick.
And Cake is actually just trying to force Noel onto the edge. Not even to edge guard him and necessarily go for the kill in the moment. But you saw it with guitars. He just wants to relegate Noel over to that edge. He wants to keep him down there. And that's smart on a stage like Shipwreck Cove. With that down signature, he's going to pick up the first kill, even though he's in red. Shipwreck Cove has really far away blast zones. So that high defense that Queen Nai has is going to pay dividends here for a player like Cake.
But keep in mind, he does have a slightly lower amount of movement speed. Sure, he's got the stance for the extra movement speed, but it is going to be more difficult for him to move that horizontal distance. Falling nares from Noel. Not going to be a kill option just yet. Cake going for that weapon toss into the neutral light. That is something that Crocky kind of really brought to light, was that downward weapon toss into an unarmed neutral light, pick up spear neutral light. Disarm, Noel gets up for the down air. Evens up the stocks.
Perfect placement on that down air from Noel. That was absolutely clean, but Noel taking some serious damage here, just about to proc into kill percent. The recovery even sending him off screen, even with those really high Shipwreck falls, blast zone.
Cake went for the weapon toss, but there's 5 frames of startup. It's going to be a
Whoa,
downlight.
that was
Gravity
able to
cancel
kill.
downlight into recovery onto Noel, takes him down. I didn't catch if he had a stance, but that is minimum 4 defense on Noel. Downsig Noel almost dodges into it. Uh-oh, Cake's falling, but he's able to get back up with the help of that recovery.
Sidelights coming out of Noel. He's really playing with that spacing, trying to overspace everything that Cake has with that spear. Trying to play very carefully. Great dodge through that down signature coming out from Noel.
Weapon toss, Cake dodges past it, and that nair is able to dissuade that ground pound from Noel. Cake gets back up safely. Oh, just outside, and the side stick connects. Noel's off stage. Cake. Oh, the recovery. No falling there in time, no side air just outside of it. It's going to be Noel who gets the recovery, gets back up, but he still has to take off an extra stock off of Cake. He's not beelining for the weapon. He wanted to get underneath Noel, maybe for a recovery. Noel didn't touch!
That is Shipwreck Falls for you. That is
I thought he
Shipwreck
was gonna
Falls.
touch.
The tiny sidewalls rearing its ugly head, and Cake just tied up the set
One
against
apiece.
Noel. Going forward, both players going to have to be very careful how they play into one another. Noel just barely taking game 1, and I think did he have 2 stocks to his name
3,
at the end of that game?
He was looking pretty healthy
I mean,
at the end of game 1.
He was red, but he still had 2 stocks to his name at that point. And Cake might be getting the better of Noel in a way that not very many EU players have ever been able to do, especially on land.
Cake he's sticking with this Queen Nai, sticking with these guitars. He does have a pocket Bryn if he wants to swap on over, but he's looking confident with this Queen Nai. He's starting to find the hits with those signatures. That was one of the big things that he needed in order to finish off stocks, and if he can get more of those signatures, get a better hit percentage on that, you're going to see him start to run away with it against Noel.
Cake is so good at actively. Oh, as he takes the weapon
Oh, the
toss.
weapon toss.
We'll talk about that in a moment as Noel gets the down air.
He got the touch. He got the touch. He's gotten past, and he turns it around. The down air is onto Noel, but Noel is able to get back up safely. Cake holds on to the stock. Falling there. No weapons for Cake. Goes for a dodge in neutral air, and that gives him the hit stun, gets him the room to set these guitars. Oh!
Great punish from Noel with the downlight side air. Is Cake going to be able to get his dodge in
He
time?
got back!
But the big dare. Noel has to have another one of those
back!
waiting. There's the other down air waiting for him.
He
Noel,
got back!
Noel missed the down air. Oh no, Cake turning it
He
around.
turned it around! Cake, just like that, he got back twice, and one mistake from Noel is all Cake needed to turn it around and get the stock lead. Evened up though, falling there from Noel.
Noel had those down airs waiting. He let one go just a little bit too early. Didn't quite have the picture-perfect timing for what could have been a confirmed edge guard and the stock for him. Cake's recovery options just getting lucky at that moment. Noel happening to miss that. Noel doesn't make too many mistakes very often. That's one of the rare ones.
It was a slight over adjustment. He was hitting his down airs late, which is why Cake was getting that touch. He wanted to get it just before Cake touches the wall. That time he went too early, and it was just enough for Cake to get past it.
This game incredibly even between these two players.
Jump in neutral airs from Cake. Noel gets the room that he needs. One more side air will do it. Cake goes down. Noel clears the board.
Are we going to see the rapid response from Cake, evening the game up? Or are we going to see that paced play from Noel? Gets the down air, gets the neutral light, the chase dodge in, tries to pick up the side light. I'm surprised that didn't kill coming out from Cake.
Lots of damage on Noel, not quite enough. There's the down sig for the edge guard, but Noel gets underneath, gets under, and he's starting to get the damage that he needs onto Cake. Recovery. Oh, nice spot dodge to avoid the down air. Gets a big string.
Oh my
Finishes off with
goodness.
a neutral air. Noel with a
Koji.
big explosion. Gravity cancel down light, down air, and recovery into a neutral air. Took the spear toss to the face, but it did not matter. We are going to see Reason. He is the last hope of EU, so Effie comes over, says, here's what you need to know. This is what he's doing. Here's what you need to do. And that's something that I'm surprised we haven't seen yet, is more of the Reason players banding together and being like, yo, Addy, you're our only hope, and here's what you got to do.
It's because everybody's worried about the coaching controversy. Like, that's going on in the Smash community right now. There's
What's going on in our community, all right?
I mean, there might
Coach
be.
all you want.
If Addy's able to turn this around based on Effie's words, and that's what I was talking about earlier with Effie being a huge central pillar of the Reason team, that mind really coming out, even if Effie's not able to always convert everything going from brain to hands, if he's able to give that crucial piece of advice to Cake that can turn this around, Cake has to win this game if he wants to go to Grand Finals and guarantee himself that top 2 after this set.
Noel, he's getting the spacing onto Cake. Cake does get back to the side platform. It's not nearly as short as it was on Shipwreck. He was able to hold on. But Noel, again, sending Cake to the other side this time with the side airs. Ooh, Cake does get back up. Soft platform picks up the guitars. Noel's disarmed, but the recovery, not enough.
Noel keeping so much pressure onto Cake, and just the side signature. That's kind of like the side signature that Cake was using so many times to so much success earlier with those Queen Nai guitars. That guitar raw side signature just right on that edge.
We don't see a lot of signatures come out from Noel, but he has been hitting the ones that he needs. That bow down sig, and I think it was game 1. Now we're seeing him hit those sword side signatures. He has basically hit every single signature that he needed. On the other side, Cake has thrown out quite a few, and you're seeing Noel has been able to avoid most of them. Down light recovery.
Even not in this set, there was a single bow neutral signature coming out of Noel that I think might have read eye throw. Yeah, it was on eye throw for the kill, and that one hit as well. Just extreme signature accuracy coming out from Noel so far today. It's a big side air. Gets the another side air. That is the bow edge guards right there.
And you see the audience. Noel is the home hometown favorite. He has the home field advantage, and the audience is popping off for Noel, as they know that he is one stock away from guaranteeing his placement in the grand finals.
Nice neutral air coming out of Cake, sending Noel to
No
his death.
three stock.
No three-stock dreams here, but that is a serious lead that Noel has under his belt right now. More than a full stock going the way of Noel at this point. Noel is up 2-1 in this best-of-5 set, and the damage is still pouring out. Keep in mind, Noel has been playing a lot with M for Mini, getting coaching lessons from M for Mini, the winner of the EU 1v1 Spring Championship.
Might have picked up at least a thing or two about the EU players, as M for Mini is on the EU side. It's working to his favor. Noel has Cake off stage. Cake does get back to the soft platform. He's reset his jumps.
This final stock for Cake, this is Cake's winner's bracket tournament stock right now. Noel with the neutral air, not quite gonna kill, and he gets the downlight side air that is absolutely gonna kill.
Player 2.
Cake telegraphing that ground pound really high up in the air, giving Noel sort of the just kind of nod saying, yep,
Yeah.
here's the timing, I'm
that
coming
happened.
down, you were gonna get this. Gets the downlight into the side air, the true combo for the kill. Noel moving on to the grand finals,
Guaranteed top 2.
waiting on the